All right, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, this is Homeroom with Smooth. I got my boy T Rose with me.
Yeah.
And basically we're finna just jump right into it. So go ahead. What you was finna say? Go ahead.
So the thing that's been on my mind a lot has been this Ice Cube thing, and I don't like to get into politics too heavy with people because I know how it can be.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like a lot of people missed the boat on what Ice Cube did and what it transpired to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll take it from the beginning, which is how I understand it, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wrote the contract with Black America. He wrote that, he developed that himself, but I say himself with a lot of help from a lot of other people, right? A lot of input from other people, but he put it out and was like, hey, what do us as Black people want from America? Want from our government, want from this, from what do we want?
Right.
And it was a whole contract. He did this about 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say like 3 months ago. So he sent this plan, I think, to everybody, not even just the presidential candidates. I mean, I think he sent it to a couple of congressmen in different areas. He told a lot of people to look it up. I caught it because I saw the Breakfast Club interview and he was talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So what I see it as, he sent it to the Democrats and, of course, the Republicans. And the Democrats said, we'll look at this after the election, okay? I have a problem with that because why would you want to look at something that like this after the election? So, but the Trump administration looked at it, and then I think they made some tweaks to it, and I'm not sure if they even asked him or what some tweaks to be done to it, but he probably said some things about what the tweaks would be, and then they basically wanted to thank him and be like, hey, thank you for helping us with these tweaks on, developing this plan for us as Republicans for Black America, right?
Right.
I think people misunderstood that as him working with Trump specifically for a plan for Black America.
Right.
And that's not what it was, man. I hate seeing people people are not gonna cancel O'Shea, bro. He's too successful, bro.
He's good, period. Off the and people are like, oh, he's canceled. I'm like, no, y'all don't understand what even transpired. Y'all weren't even following the whole events. Y'all just don't understand. Because so my understanding was like, so he's sending out to both parties, right? Democrats like, damn, we'll get to you later. The Republicans like, oh, this looks interesting. You know what I'm saying? We have this other plan that we kind of been working on. So we gonna take aspects of your plan that we kind of like, and we're gonna add it to our own plan that we already have. And then they asked him for some more input, and he had a little dialogue with them, and that was it. It wasn't like he sat down in a room with, it was them, like his, I don't know, Trump's chief of staff, Trump, and all these other people. It wasn't all of that. It was like a representative that kind of called him up on the phone, and they kind of just was hashing stuff out. That was it. And then they walked away, and he heard nothing else from it.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, they dropped a little tweet. Hey, thank you for helping us with this platinum plan.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But you know what I'm saying? Like out of context, that looked mad wild.
Dude. And it was just like, bro. The issue I have is it's not even that, bro. It's not even that. Because Killer Mike, like two people that I trust with, and more so it's Killer Mike. I trust Killer Mike with anything, bro. I don't give a fuck who he's with, like what in the room, because people were trying to cancel him for talking to Kemp or something like that. He was cutting his hair or some shit. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, bro, I know Killer Mike, bro. Like I've followed Killer Mike since like the Dungeon Family Organized Noise days. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I trust him, bro. I've seen it. I've seen the evolution. I trust what he does. I trust that he's for us. Same with O'Shea, bro. Same with Ice Cube. I trust. I've seen enough to know that he's one of us. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like, I think what irritates me more is that people are more angry that Trump has a plan, but not angry that the Democrats don't have one. Like, why not just steal the plan? Just steal the plan, say you're gonna do it. Like that's so I'm like, y'all really trying to get. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who gets the job done. To be honest, it really doesn't. I know Trump is bad. Trust me, I've already voted. I didn't vote for Trump, but it's like I don't give a fuck who makes the change. Just make the change.
Exactly. That's really what it boils down to. That's really what it boils down to is is who gonna do it. Like, do you care if it was, you know, like this person that you hate, like you despise, but they handing you $1 million? If they finna hand you $1 million, you gonna shoo them away because you hate them? Like, no, you gonna take that money. You be like, oh, you know what? You're not as bad as I thought you were.
I've done business with a lot of people I don't like, bro. But it's,
right.
I mean,
business is business at the end of the day. Yep, man. Like, that's that whole. You could just see the uneducation on the internet. You can see people that just read headlines. You know, like people that just like they already are in whatever corner they're gonna be in, and that's the problem with society as a whole. Like everyone's in their corner already. Like nobody's wanting to like give an inch here, give an inch there. Like there's no more negotiation. There's no more middle. You are either over here or you're over here, and that we can't exist as a society like that.
Yeah, I think one thing that'll be a good thing is because I think this happened with the emergence of the internet, and it's like I think it's easier for us. I say us is like people like me. You know, we grew up in a time where we knew what it was before the internet. Like before it was like the phenomenon it is now. We had the early stages of internet, and now we're living in like the advanced stages of internet. Yeah. But I think like we have to really like designate groups and get people together to talk about this exact thing in communities. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what's kind of missing. I think we're leaning on. To me, I think we lean on like the church. It's like, okay, well, you get all the youth people together. It's always like a church term. Like, get all the youth together. You know what I'm saying? Like, but nah, man, let's get everybody. Let's just get, I don't know, Boys and Girls Club. Everybody in the community to get together. Hey, we're gonna have just a town hall about what we think is out there in the media. You know, we'll do 3 or 4 topics, and then y'all can bring in a couple more topics, and we'll talk about it, open it up.
Right. Now, the only problem I see with that is you got to get everybody to be respectful. You know what I'm saying? To not like, to be respectful and to not discount other people's opinions. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have that young dude in there that might have a really good idea. It's just angled wrong. You know what I'm saying? And all he needs is a little like you got a good idea. Like just take his good idea and like tweak it. Because it's a good idea, you know what I'm saying? He just don't know what he don't know. You know what I'm saying? And the older people gotta not be stubborn and gotta be willing to listen. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't already live this world. You know what I'm saying? At this point, you know what I'm saying? After a certain point, you know what I'm saying? It becomes like, how do you help other people live better? Yep. That's literally once you get up to that certain point in age, it's really helping other people live better. Because you've already lived as much life as you're gonna live. Everything else is just you just being here. Yeah. After a certain point.
Yeah. I think that's a big thing. Is like, and that's what I try to do, man. You know, I grew up on a different hip hop time. I'm a big hip hop head. Yeah. I grew up in a different hip hop time, but I still listen to all the young artists as much as possible. Even if I know they, even I know they ain't the greatest, or they might not be saying nothing, but I need to know what like these young people are listening to and vibing to, and like what they think about it. It might be the same as what we had going on back then. I just try to bridge a gap, you know what I'm saying, of understanding, because, life is a big circle, bro. Like, history is bound to repeat itself. It's the same stuff's gonna happen again. So it's like, in order to change that, you just kind of have to change. You make one change in history, and guess what? That history is gonna happen again too. So you always got to be the change, the spark, and put the ideas, but you got to be able to listen, saying, to everything. You gotta have that adaptability, because that's what's gonna bring real change. You know what I'm saying? Like being able to see both sides, but still you can still always have firm belief, but still just be able to see both sides.
So okay, since I got you here, we on this topic, we on this wavelength. What you think about Diddy's Black political party that he was talking about? Sorry.
Well, I saw a little bit of that. What was that? I saw a little bit of that. What was that about? I read, I think, one tweet, and I didn't see the rest.
Like I read a little bit, but I just kind of got a little lost, because I'm just like, so are you saying like, is this a sub party of like the Democratic Party, or is this literally its own thing? Because if it's its own thing, great. Like I've been talking about that for the last couple of episodes. We need our own thing. Because we can have our own judges, we can have our own DAs, we can have our own mayors, we can have our own. We can have all our own. And then because people it's like, oh, well, we won't win because Because I said, look, if 100% of us came out and voted, 9 to the 10, the vote number that people are winning by ain't that much. And then all you got to do is convince a few people from this side and the other side to vote for you. That's it. If you get 100% black, we're all right here. That means they losing votes over here, they losing votes over here. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then you just get a handful of groups of other people from other sectors voting with us. We good. You know what I'm saying?
To answer the first question, because I think two things.
Yeah.
The Black Political Party, I'm cool with it. I'm fine with it. The thing about Diddy is Diddy's one of them people that has he's good at, like, how do I put this? It's hard to explain. Like, certain stuff I don't want to hear from Diddy. But Diddy is so popular that it sparks something. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes Diddy is that person that just has a good idea. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this is what we think. And I ain't gonna lie, he probably talked to some people. I mean, he's well connected. But it's like, I don't want you being the voice of this. You know what I mean? Just because of who you are. Like, I don't look to you as the start of a political party. Like, if you're gonna do this full time, then do it. Then I'll look to you that. Like, change your focus. But you a mogul, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I look at you as a businessman.
Right.
So it's like, you can start it, but like, bring someone else in that's, I feel like, better qualified to explain it and really break it down for people. Like, if he was at a point like Angela Rye over this and she was with it, then I'd be like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. I'd rock with Angela if she was.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, and you trust Angela Rye. Yes, it's like I'm saying I don't trust Diddy, but it's like, man, Diddy, he's at a point to where it's like you're the mouth, like you're the media in a sense, which is great because we need that. You know what I mean? He has Revolt, he has all of that shit. He has a lot of outlets. He's been doing music for years. You know, we know Diddy's resume, but it's like, I don't want you to do this yourself because I don't think it's gonna be as big of a thing if you do it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want you to take credit for it. I would rather you just publicize it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, get it out there. You on the when we go to the Facebook, or the website for the page, you on there as a founding member, and that's cool. Like, just stay right in that realm, and that'd be great for him.
Yeah, but the other thing is, I think voter suppression, man, right now it's so crazy what I'm hearing and seeing on the news, bro. Like, I don't even get how this stuff is even like passing, bro. They just taking mailboxes away from mail-in ballots over bogus reasons. They, of course, we know, like, machines and stuff are down. I didn't even know that. I was looking at a press clipping the other day, and they were saying, like, Cory Booker was getting into, I think, the new Supreme Court person, whatever her name is. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I know.
Trump's trying to appoint.
Yeah. You talking about the Supreme Court, the hearing that was going on, right?
Well, I guess they was trying to. I forgot.
Yeah, the confirmation hearing. The confirmation hearing.
Confirmation hearing. Yeah. That.
Yeah.
Which I just figured out what that was. I was like, why are they even like, what the hell is this? I was like, what is this? But he was just talking about how, like, even like in I don't know none of the actual numbers, but in Minneapolis, like, where it's predominantly black, there's only, like, you know, in Minneapolis it's huge. You know what I mean? It's about as big, probably. I think Minneapolis is about as big as Little Rock metro area.
Right.
So it's they only, out of that big of a city, they're supposed to have like 15 sites, something like that, 15, 20 sites.
But they had one?
Man, I think they had 3, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So it's like, so people just sitting there, you know, waiting, just like for hours and hours, bro. And it's just like, and it's mostly black people. But you go to somewhere like, I don't know, Annapolis, or, you know, somewhere like Green Bay, Wisconsin, where it's predominantly white, and they got a whole bunch of places open, bro. I live out here really with the country white folks out here, man. And I voted yesterday. What's today? Saturday. I voted yesterday, man, and it was, man, wasn't nobody in there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I know it won't be that busy but you go to Dallas County, you know, I'm out here in North Fort Worth. You go out to Dallas County, I know it's gonna be a whole different story.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so.
And that's another thing I don't understand about voting. Like, if you're in the state, right? You're in the state, right? I don't understand why we're technologically advanced enough. You could have a whole software that's just Texas voting or whatever. You log in, boom, boom, boom. You punch in your stuff, boom, it pops up. That's your vote. It says this confirmed. This is the county that you belong to. Click. This is the city you live in. Click. This is whatever. You know what I'm saying? Click. All right, cool. Boom. It pops up all your stuff that belongs to you to vote. You vote for all your stuff. Done. It should be that simple. Like anywhere. You should be able to go to any county, any place within that state and be able to vote. Like, it shouldn't be this complicated.
I agree with you. That's one thing I never understood. Like, why do I have to vote in my county? Why within my county? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be able to vote. As long as you're within that state, you should be able to vote.
As long as because they asked me for my photo. I think it's a photo
ID, yeah.
But it has to be a photo Texas identification.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, and they just match it up with what they have in their system. As long as I have that, I mean, they hand me just a sheet of paper and they print it off. I have to do it. So I did a paper ballot.
They gave you, that's crazy.
Bro, out here, I told my wife, bro, I did a paper ballot for the first time in my life. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't vote last time. I took an L on that one. I was doing a lot of moving. I moved from California, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. And I moved right at like voting time. So it's like, yeah, it's gonna be
it was one of those things.
Yeah, and I think I missed the actual cutoff, so I was like, I can't even really do it anyway. But before, last time I voted was in Conway, and I went to Don Owens, and they had like the electrical giant. But out here, man, it's like I gave them my information. They printed off my ballot, bro, and I had a pen. And I had to put these big ass squares, you know what I'm saying, to vote on the vote. And I went to a machine, slid that mug in, and said my ballot counted. So then I walked out. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be that complicated. I don't know. I don't know what they want. I mean, well, I know what they want, and I know what they want to see happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically how they stay in power. And then you have like whole, like, because I was reading up on it, like there's whole disinformation campaigns to convince people to not vote. Yeah. Like literally, why would they be trying to convince you? And this is my argument to people that be like, I don't want to vote. My vote don't matter. Why would they be trying to convince you not to vote? Why are they spending millions of dollars for you to not vote if it don't matter?
Yeah.
If it didn't matter, they just let whatever happen. But clearly,
yeah, I think I just think at this point, man, it's I don't know. I don't want to be too somber, but at this point, I think voting is important. But I think more than anything, having the right to vote is more important. But I do think voting is important. And to me, I mean, for most people, local elections is really where it's going to be at. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's really just getting people involved in whatever community they're in, you know? And I think it's just a branching out effect. You know what I'm saying? I think people they're just misinformed. You know, I think the more you get out there, I think the better it'll be. But, you know, that's all up to what happens in this crazy world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the community aspect of society in general is like fading. Like, you know, like people don't like really like get out there and just get involved in the community, know the people that's around them no more, especially due to COVID. Like that really drove that train off the track. Like it just
yeah, but the internet I think is what really changed it. And it's so crazy because that's what I was kind of telling you, like, bro, we remember we had to go outside. Like we had video games, but we still had to go outside. Like my mom still told me, like, go outside, go play. You know what I'm saying? And nowadays it's like the new Call of Duty, the new Madden drop, you know, boys is in for like a month, 2 months. Tough.
You ain't even got to go to the store to get the game no more.
You gotta go to the store. You got
Interaction.
You don't have to leave your house at all. We live in a time to where you literally do not have to leave your house for literally anything. You can get food shipped to your house. You can get clothes. You can get stuff to build, make your house bigger. You can get anything you ever wanted shipped to your house. You can even get strippers shipped to your house.
That's right.
So I mean, it's like what do you? And some people's minds like, why do I need to go out? Like I think it's making people. I don't want to use introverted because I feel like introverts get a bad rap, but it's making people more antisocial. It's making it okay to be antisocial, but they don't understand what the good things from being social can be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you can see it in like the few people that do like go out regularly. Like you can see when somebody don't go out regularly. You can tell. You can tell that person that's like awkward at the bar. Like, well, how do I conduct myself? How do I get involved here? Like they kind of like stand off. They really don't know like how to navigate. None of that. Like you could see it. Like you could tell like they like worry. You can see it.
Like a presence.
Like you good? Like you end up looking at them like, hey, you good? Cause they over there giving off like creep vibes. Like they finna like go off on a little like fight with some people. I don't know. Yeah. Intimate stuff. Man. Yeah, man. But yeah, if to go back though, like if we got our own political party, like there's a lot that we could really change, at least locally. Bare minimum locally.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I think we could change a lot over the whole thing. To be honest, I love Black people, bro, but I've always felt, I guess, just more connected with colored people as a whole, bro. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want it to be. I don't. What is it called? Our Black Party? Is that what he called it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I'm never knocking anything, but I definitely think we should include our brown brothers and sisters, bro, because we need them too. You know what I'm saying? Like we need all the Latin and Hispanic and Mexican community that we can get too. Because we voted. I voted for some of them over here. I didn't even know who they were. I saw the name was like Ramirez. I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and put them down, vote for them. You know what I'm saying? Just do on the name alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel that. But I feel like for us as a community, it'd be a good starting point to like put ourselves back together, to like start off as our own thing. And then we can like, and let's say, you know what I'm saying? Like Hispanic people, they start their own thing. Cool. We have a great working relationship with each other. Like we should be eye to eye, like, yo, I'm voting with you, you voting with me. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Hey, we both putting these people forward. How about we let your guy win this one and we'll put our guy here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we start working out and doing those dealings with each other. And then we can start really building, you know, like for everybody. For everybody. It'll be good. It'll be good for everybody. And then also they'll have a positive effect on the Republican and Democratic parties, because then like they're gonna have to adjust.
They'll just hire more Black people. I mean, they'll do something. I was watching the Killer Mike interview. Did you see that he's starting his own? Well, not him. He's endorsing it with a lot of other people. The first, maybe not the first. I guess it is the first. It's the first online bank, 100% online, right? But it's black owned. And it's gonna be like Black and brown operated type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The CEO type of thing. He was saying how whenever they a couple years ago, I think the Bank Black was really heavy, maybe like a year or two ago actually. Yeah. Like Bank and Black was a thing to do, and they was taking people to go to Black banks, giving information about where the Black banks are. Of course, everybody started like banking with them. So what that do, of course, whenever they start banking with Black banks, they probably left a count or two at a white bank. You know what I'm saying? So what they're losing money. What do they got to do? They got to adjust. So they give out, all these extra loans to black companies and help, disenfranchise type of thing. Like they have to remain competitive. And I think that's in a business sense. Same with the political party, right? Because Democrats and Republicans are gonna adjust. You know what I'm saying? If we all get together, they're gonna do something. They're gonna do some wild shit. Like we're doing nothing but black judges in the state of Georgia or something like that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like something super crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because they got to do. They're gonna play the game. They're gonna do whatever they got to do.
They've been at this game for a minute.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I want to get people to see. Like, yo, you got to play this game. Like, you have to play. Like, you can't win the race if you never run. Like, you can't just stay on the sideline complaining. Oh my God, they're cheating. They're using those special tires and all this other stuff. Like, bruh, like you gotta at least go drive though.
Yep.
You can't rank, you can't place if you don't drive. Heck, you don't even know what's wrong with your car if you don't test it out.
Yeah.
You gotta spin it up and you gotta give it a chance. I'm trying to think what else. But yeah, man. But like for you, okay, so I know how it was for me, like leaving Arkansas. So what was that like for you? Like getting up, leaving the nest per se, and like getting out.
I've never been afraid of leaving the nest. So the way I seen it, because I'm from Jonesboro, Arkansas, man.
Right.
And how I looked at it was folks in Jonesboro. Jonesboro is a great place. I mean, it's a great place. It's a nice small city. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be there, it's cool to be there. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just, it is what it is, man. I just felt like I was different. Like it couldn't give me what I wanted. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't happy just being in Jonesboro and doing whatever it is everybody else was doing. You know what I'm saying? I could be a billionaire in Jonesboro. I still wouldn't be happy, bro. Because I know that that's not where I was meant to be. So leaving the nest was always really just like a matter of time. You know what I mean? I feel like I would have grown. I thought if I would have stayed there, same mindset. If I would have stayed there, I would have been just content. Would have been complacent. Would have just been there. So like, man, I went to I tried to go. I didn't even want to apply for any. I didn't want to go to A-State, but my dad was like, "Man, just do it anyway." You know what I'm saying? Just in case. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want you, or whatever. In case they might get you something nice. So I applied for them anyway, but I ended up going to UCA. I was in the band, so I used to go to band camp there a whole bunch of years. So I was real familiar with UCA. So when I went there, I was like, man, this is nice. You know what I'm saying? I love Conway. I love the city. I love the community. Got in super involved. And I think once I graduated and got a big boy job, got a corporate job right after I graduated. And then I think, man, life for me kind of just, I had a daughter on the way, and I was trying to get more money. And a field rep job had opened up in California. And I was just like, man, it was a difference. It was like a $50,000 pay difference. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, why not take it? You know what I mean? So I just, my homeboy worked at the airline. I took a couple trips out there. I took, I think, 2, maybe 3 trips and just landed on an apartment. You know what I'm saying? And landed in Costa Mesa. And man, I just packed up everything and went out there, man.
Right.
Yeah. And then it didn't work out, company got to be in some hot water and stuff. And then, I had a bunch of trouble, and I was like, man, I'm gonna just move on back. So I moved on back, got married, and we knew that once again, like Little Rock wasn't gonna be the place either. We got everything we could get out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think once you know you can max out at a place, I think you should know it's time to go. And I think we moved out here. And I don't know. I like it out here. I don't see myself maxing myself out here. I got a family kind of starting now, and it's like now I'm living for them. Now I want them to see and do things more than better than I have. I never had a chance to go to an NFL game. The closest place I guess would have been the Titans. Right. I wasn't about to drive all the way out to Knoxville. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
nobody driving to Knoxville.
Yeah, everybody just driving to Knoxville to go to it on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So and my dad wasn't, that was just a lot, bro. So I mean, it's just cool, man. I mean, it's just It's just cool. I've been taking everything in. We moved during COVID. That was weird. It's still weird. Okay, I feel like I'm not getting the full experience, but I'm not. I like it, man.
Yeah.
I think when you hit 30s, when you start getting your 30s, life just look different. You get kids, definitely like look different. But at 30, oh yeah, life looking different, man.
Yeah. I'm sure looking back on things, and my perspective on it is crazy. Cause I record myself and like what I was thinking about different things, like, and I just store it in my phone, so then I can go back and look at it. And I go back and look at it, and I'm like, wow, that's how I saw that situation. I'm like, I don't even look at that the same way no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it don't like some stuff, it don't even matter no more. Like, and you just get to moving different. Like, but for me, like moving out here was like, it was like I was in school currently, but I was like broke as fuck. Like
Oh yeah.
that's literally where my mindset started at. I said, yo, I don't like being broke. Like
Nobody like being broke.
I don't like not having money. I'm like, I'm like, what can I do? I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm gonna put this school thing on hold. I joined the military, and then I came back, and I was like, all right, I have a little bit more money because I'm in the guard. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm getting a little bit extra money, but I'm like, this ain't it. I'm like, this ain't it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, cool. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I don't even want to be. Then it came to, I don't even want to even be in Arkansas no more. Like that's where my head was at. That's where my head was at. As soon as 2015 started, I was like, I don't even want to be in Arkansas no more. I'm gonna just start applying for jobs in another state. Like literally, I went on Indeed and was just applying for jobs in other states, and I was just gonna see who got back to me, and then I'll figure it out from there. I'll figure it out from there and see if I can do it. So I ended up applying at Sprint in 2015. And it was like, yo, we need sales reps. That's really what they needed, was sales reps. And they were paying some good money to be a sales rep. So I was like, you know what? Cool. I'll go out there at least for the summer and try it out. And if I like it, I'll just stay. And so I moved in. I took I bought a one-way flight or whatever to California in March. It started to train. Like I had an interview on Monday, video interview on Monday. Got the job on Wednesday, and then flew out there and started it on the next Monday.
Yeah.
And I was just like, all right, cool. Like this is just life. This is where I'm at. And then the next thing came was, okay, cool. I'm gonna move like everything over here. So I transferred to the unit in California. So then I became part of that unit. Then they offered me a job there, and I was like, great. This is more money. This is like benefits. It's good. I was like, cool. And then I started there, and then
I started working out.
And then I just stayed in motion. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, I had the one problem though. Like when you're not used to having money, you know what I'm saying? And then you start having like more and you have excess, then you start like doing extra stuff. And I was doing, and then I started to do a little too much. So I had to dial it back. Like, but I think everybody goes through that, like that. When you get that first job and you get that first check and you're like, woo!
Man, let me tell you, because I went straight from, I graduated college in the December of 2012. I started working at HP, and like I graduated the 12th. I started working at HP on like the January 7th. Like boom boom type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's my first time going to like happy hours and like going, because I never, I was from college, bro. So I was like, bro, I'll buy a bottle, drink it out in the parking lot a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I'll go in and get like one drink. No. With the money came, I just walked in, just bought $60-$70 worth of drinks myself. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. I remember those times. I remember. I know. I remember. I definitely remember.
Right. For sure, man. Yeah, for sure. Cause that's really where I was at. And then I got to where I'm at now, and it's like, okay, like cool. I've done this, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then I'm like, okay, like am I maxing out here, or am I not getting, like, I want to get more benefit? Then I'm like, okay, I need, like, I want a house. So now I'm looking at places where I can buy a house. Like, you just gradually graduate steps gradually. And I think a lot of people, like, they like don't realize, they try and like hit like the top first, or they see like, oh, well, you're not there. Like, no, like, bro, you literally got to go through the steps in the process. Like, everybody process is different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can't fault somebody for taking risks if they like not like effed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you're gonna take risk. Like, you have to take a risk. You have to take some chances to even get somewhere. So I'm never gonna fault someone for taking a chance, as long as it like everything's kind of like balancing out and everything's kind of together. Like, if you
Here, let me stop you real quick. What's your biggest fear? And I'll tell you mine.
okay,
Just be personal. You be like, I ain't gonna want to tell you.
so what biggest fear? Like, biggest fear in what aspect? Like, what do you mean by that? Like,
I mean, like, not like spiders and no shit like that, but like you personally, what is the thing that you fear the most, like nothing, like what is the biggest fear that you feel within yourself? So like nothing that you see, not clowns, not nothing like that. Like, what's the biggest fear?
yeah. So for me, my biggest fear is is regret. Like, I don't want to have regret, like, for anything. Like, I want to be able to have said, like, yo, I put my maximum effort in. You know what I'm saying? And if it works, cool. If it don't work, cool. But at least me, as far as Byron is concerned, as far as Smooth is concerned, I put my best foot forward and I did everything I could do.
Okay.
That's
Mine is failing, right? Because I've all since I was in high school, I always knew what I couldn't do. I was always a busybody, bro. And you know me just from now, man. I kept 2 or 3 jobs, kept doing 2 or 3 different activities, man. I'm always moving, always grooving. But failure was just one of the things that I could never live with, bro. And I think that came with being, like you said, like being broke. You hated being broke. I felt like being broke was a sign of I failed, because I should never be broke. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, I feel like I should never be broke, because I know that I'm good enough to not be broke. So how am I where I am? You know what I'm saying? I failed somewhere along the line. And I think, kind of what you're saying is just like, in order to overcome the fear of failure, not the order to overcome, you just got to kind of just have to understand it. It comes with the game, you know what I mean? But in order to understand that, sometimes you got to take risks.
Mm-hmm.
So I think on the opposite, like the super other side of me is like, if you don't take risks, then you might not ever fail. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you good with what you got going on, you might not ever fail. But there's some people that take a lot of risk and they get, high risk, high reward. That's definitely appreciated. That's definitely, beneficial. You could bet $100,000 on one play, works out. It's a $10 million payoff, high risk, high reward. But guess what? It's still a high risk. You can still lose $100,000.
Right.
So I think that is very important for people to understand. Is just like, man, you can't, like you said, you can't look at everybody else's process as your own. You have to understand. I think that comes from people not understanding themselves. You know what I'm saying? You got to know who you are. People don't know who they are, and they're not comfortable sometimes with who they are. Mm-hmm. And sometimes they don't know how to change themselves. I think whenever you do it positively, all of that, it's all synergy. It's all going to work out. If you know who you are and you don't want to do that, if you are like on some other stuff, if you're like a robber and you're a robbing ass nigga, it's like, bro, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that though. If you know you don't want to be that, you don't want to do that for the rest of your life, change, bro. Do it positive, bro. What did you learn? And the things that you was doing when you was robbing, what did you learn? You know what I'm saying? Go into security management. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do something. You know what I'm saying? Do the opposite. Is you still working with a skill set that you learned somewhere that might have been really negative, but you turn it into a positive and you going forward with it.
Right, so. Right. And that was like one of my biggest things. Like, and that's like why I'm like thankful for my parents being the way that they were, like making me travel and see different stuff, because I had perspective. Like I always had perspective.
Trying to do with my kids, bro, but I didn't have that, so that's big.
Yeah,
not like how you had it. I traveled, but it's big whenever you travel and see, and you go to other. What do you mean by travel? Tell me.
So traveling, like for instance, like okay, we get in the car, like you know what I'm saying. I didn't drove across like before I was 10. I had been back and forth between here in California, like on the road, like on Interstate 40, like on the road. So I've seen,
I've done that a couple times.
Yeah, I seen all of it. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, so I knew there was other stuff out there besides Arkansas. And then like I lived in California as a kid, like for 3 years. So I'm like, I had perspective. I knew there was more to life than this. You know what I'm saying? Like there was more to it than this. Like there's somewhere else I can go. You know what I'm saying? And then as I got older, you know what I'm saying? Like we went on trips, like whether it was Louisiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, like Georgia, been to Texas multiple times, like, and then like I myself started to branch out. And I'm like, I want to go to DC. I want to go to New York. I want to see that for myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go to Miami, see it for myself. Like as you see more and you see different people and you meet different people there and you meet different people from different walks of life, you gain massive perspective. Massive perspective. So then you can go, okay, like maybe I don't fit in quite here, but if I went and lived over here, this wouldn't be too bad. You know what I'm saying? This is a situation I could work with, you know. Right. And I think a lot of people, like, they're scared to like apply for that next job or that next opportunity, when really you should go on ahead and take that chance. But if let's say you've always wanted to live, I don't know, let's just say LA. Like, because there's a lot of people, they want to be actors and music and all that other stuff.
We want to be that way.
Like, cool. Take a couple trips to LA. Take a couple trips. Invest in yourself. Take a couple trips and see what's out there. Learn how you would do X, Y, and Z. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where's a good gas station? Where's the grocery store from here? Where, like, you need to know all of that stuff so you're not jumping in blind. Like, you kind of have a familiarity and you feel a little comfortable. Like, okay, I could go live over here and I could go to this place over here, and this is where the zoo is, and this is where the bank is, this is where Walgreens is, this is where the utility spot is. Like, you need to like familiarize yourself with your area. You don't want to just jump out cold turkey, especially if you're in a situation where you're gonna be by yourself. Like, you definitely want to like kind of like invest in yourself. That's it.
Go ahead.
No. That's just me. Like, I'm done.
I definitely agree with that, and I definitely think that people are definitely scared, but I also think it is culture shock, man. And I feel like I'm pretty cultured, but of course, like when you live in somewhere, it's just totally different than how you see it and how you interact with people. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was living out there, it was like I don't even drink sweet tea, but it's like the fact that I don't have sweet tea. You know what I mean? It's like I didn't know how Southern I was, until I went out there. I'm used to like, if it's a sushi spot, I know 3 sushi spots. I know in the South, it's 3 sushi spots. It's one that's real expensive that you really like, that you're only gonna go to once a year or twice a year. There's one that's your favorite, and there's one that's not really that good, but it'll do the trick if you just want just some sushi on some cheap stuff, right? But when you go out there, it's like, oh no, we got like 10,000, man. Just take a pick. Like, a pick? Like, no, I don't want to take a pick. I don't want to I need my 3. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's definitely. I wasn't shocked. Like, I wasn't like in shock. What I did start to understand was Southern hospitality.
Yeah.
And I understood what that meant to other people and how they don't understand it. And I noticed that other people look at Southern hospitality as being fake. And it was interesting to me because I was like, okay, well, how do you, it was like, well, why are these people talking to you if they're racist? And it's like, I mean, it's just in the South. Like they're still kind of hospitable. You know what I'm saying? Like they're still gonna say, hey, even if they don't like you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And what I felt was it was all classism. Like they didn't give a They don't give a fuck. Hey, you can be black out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you a quick story. The first time I got stopped, actually the only time I got stopped by the police, I was in my own apartment complex, right?
Mm-hmm.
Walking back, but I was walking back with and I'm in Costa Mesa, Orange County. You know how that goes. Yeah. So I'm walking back with 3 other black people, right? Mm-hmm. And the police just was just driving by, and he just pulled it. He was going by the little entrance or whatever. So he just pulled on next to us and hopped out the car. I was like, "What y'all doing?" You know what I'm saying? And I think I had a little Mike's Hard Lemonade in a little plastic thing. I'm like, "Oh man, we just coming from the pool." You know what I'm saying? He was like, it was a black dude too. He was like, "What you doing over here though?" I'm like, "Bro, I live here. I literally live right over there." You know what I'm saying? And it's my other 2 homies, they was kind of looking kind of, man, I don't know what the fuck about to go on. I'm like, "Bro, it's just I live right here, bro. We live here." And so he was like, "Let me see your ID." So I gave my ID, and I had a California at the time. He was like, "Bro," he's like, "You know where you at, right?" And I was like, "Home?" I was like,
"Right,
yeah, I'm at home." But look, man, you need to not be, what you looking like, what you kind of walking. And I feel like I'm not even I'm in a summer, summer Southern attire. It's not even, I ain't no banging type shit, none of that stuff,
Right.
He was like, "Man, you just need to know where you living at, know what you're doing, bro, and don't be walking around with that right there. Go ahead and pour it out, because you're not supposed to have it like that." And I was like, "All right, man." But it was just after that happened, he was like, "Yeah, man, police sometimes be tripping, bro, because not a lot of black people live out here. So they automatically think that you're out here doing wrong." I'm like, "Dang, that is so crazy." Because it's not, the South is so small. In a sense, it's, even though it's big, it's so small. It's so we know. We know. We know who was where, who did what. We just know from the get. I feel out there is so many people. There's so many people and so many different ethnicities, so many different nationalities. It's they just don't know. So they have to they look at it from "Yo, I don't know who the fuck this is."
Yeah.
So it's, man, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Somebody tried to tell me one time, "Yo, there's not racism in California." I said, "Oh, you ain't been to the right place, and you ain't been black."
Bro, this is what I'm saying. The classism is where it's at though. Because, bro, I swear to God. Now I'm in Orange County. I know that. I know I'm in Orange County because I can, I'm right next to Newport Beach. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? My home was that's where Kobe lives. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Oh damn, okay, I didn't know that." I don't watch a lot of OC or Laguna Beach and all that stuff. But a lot of people I talk to, because I'm black, they don't see a lot of black folks. So they didn't know why are you here type of thing. Mm-hmm. So it's always the conversation always kind of what's your name and all that stuff. The very first question is not it's not how do you like it here or anything like that, or where are you from. It's always, what do you do? And I notice how I answer that question dictates their mood, dictates how I should treat you. So if they are racist, right? If they're racist, if I got money, then they're gonna look at it a little differently. If I say something, I don't have money, they're definitely gonna be some, "Oh, okay, then I know who you is. I don't want to talk to you. You ain't up to my caliber," type of thing. So that's why I started I was selling. I was in IT sales, but man, I got so good at saying what I was saying, bro. In sales, you gotta flip. You gotta make it. Bro, I'm selling the Fortune 500 companies here on the West Coast to take them from, I think I said from a $2 billion, $2 or $3 billion company to $54, $55 billion company. And it was "Oh, really?" Mm-hmm. "Oh, really?" They go, "Oh," "Yeah, oh, bitch, I'm important." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man, but trying to think what else, man.
What you got for me, Byron? What else, man? What's on your mind, fam?
What's on my mind? Man, honestly, I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do to get out this house and get some food, because I'm hungry to mother.
What's your favorite food?
Huh?
What's your favorite food?
Me, salmon for sure. Salmon is
salmon.
Yeah, salmon. Yeah,
salmon. You say salmon, don't you?
Salmon. Yeah. I dropped the L like I'm supposed to now. Yes, I eat it enough. Yeah, I eat it enough now, so I now further it correctly.
Are you like you doing a pescatarian thing, or you just?
Nah, I'm not doing the pescatarian thing. I just like it. I just really like it. I just really like it. Like it's
I
good.
wasn't a big salmon fan. It was just too fishy for me. But I've had it before. Like I prepared it, and I've heard I prepared it really good. I just didn't like it, and I've had it somewhere else. Like I've had it at a restaurant, and tell you, it was pretty straight. But man, I don't know, man. I like seafood. Like so I eat oysters. I fuck with oysters heavy, man. Like
I'm allergic. I'm allergic.
seafood or oysters.
Shellfish. That whole
Dang, if you can't eat shrimp.
that whole family, I'm out. I'm out.
But you can do crab though, right?
Huh?
You can
No,
do crab.
crab does a shellfish.
Yeah. What all? So what's all in? So what? So can you do squid?
So look. So here you go. Here goes shellfish in a nutshell. You got oysters.
Yep.
Clams. Crabs. Shrimp. And whatever else is associated with them folks. Because I don't know what else.
Mollusks.
Yeah, them things too. Like if it's
can you do
that
squid?
family,
Like squid? Can you do squid?
I've never even tried it because like I don't even want to experiment. I don't even want to experiment.
I wouldn't either, honestly.
Yeah. To me, the idea where somebody's like, "No, just keep some. Yeah, try this calamari, but just take a Benadryl." I'm like, "No, fam. Like, no, I don't want to live like that."
Work, or do you have to get like one of them shots and shit?
Like, see, that's the thing. Like, I don't know how much allergic I am. I just know I was eating some crab, and my tongue went numb.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, like, cause I just tried it initially. Like this how I knew it was bad. Cause I took like, you know how you initially trying something and you like take like a little nibble. And I was like, oh, okay, that's straight. And I went back in for another one and then I chewed it. I was like, whatever. But like my lips was tingling. My whole mouth, my tongue was numb. Like, I'm like this, like, cause you know what I'm saying? Like it was like, you know how you get like, I don't know, like your lip end up swollen or something and everything just end up just kind of like, you know what? It's like you get that stuff that the doctor put in your mouth when they about to like do your cavities or whatever. Like they kind of numb your jaw. Like that's how I was feeling. That's how I was feeling. Whatever that stuff
I think I've had the most dental work done on my life except for braces. That's the only dental work I've never gotten. I've gotten everything else. I've gotten teeth removed. I've gotten numerous root canals. I've gotten wisdom teeth pulled. What else is there? Fillings galore. I still got a cap on my teeth. I still got like if I smile real big, I got a cap back there, bro. Still. Damn. So it's like, bro, I had the worst teeth problems. I hope that my kids ain't got that shit. I'm not sure what our dental insurance look like that. I got a question though.
Yeah, hit me.
Sports.
Okay, sports. All right.
How do you feel about LeBron James?
LeBron James. Now, see, here's the thing. Like him as the philanthropist, as the person, like he's great. Him as the player, he is also very statistically. I can't argue with him. Like he's good. He's literally good. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to figure out like what value does he actually like? What level of value does he bring to the people around him? Like, what does he actually make the people around him better? You know, like that's my question. Like, is he really making them better? Because some people, you know what I'm saying, when you see them in other combinations, they were doing just fine. Their numbers was higher versus when they were just with him. But then you can't compare. Then it's like then you got to compare like first year to first year. And then you got to look at the coaching staffs are different. You know what I'm saying? Like then some people are coming off injuries. So there's a lot of factors and I'm not a statistician like that. So I can't really hard confirm anything. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I know that there's something to be looked into.
Huh. Okay. That's interesting. I've never heard that. I'm a big LeBron fan. I'm a big LeBron fan. I'm not going, I'll say this first off.
Yeah.
LeBron's my favorite basketball player ever. I kind of realized. I think I've always known that, but I kind of vocally realized that after this championship. Only because like I was there with Michael. Like I saw Michael, and I get it. I understand the differences. To me, Michael was always going to be number one. Like unless LeBron gets 7, if LeBron gets 7, I'll make the case that he's better than Michael. I don't care how many he lost. I don't care how many he lost. Yeah. He's definitely better than Michael if he gets 7. But I don't see that happening. If it does, and honestly,
he might tie him at 6. He might tie him at 6.
He might tie him at 6. He might get 7 too. And if he gets 7, I might say it too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what LeBron James retiring looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if he's like Kobe, where he has to go out on top. Like I have to go out being the alpha dog. Or if he, if he's gonna take a back, if he's gonna go to, if his son gets drafted, does he take a back seat for his son, type of thing?
Yeah.
Then, man, I don't know, but I will say this though: LeBron James, from a player aspect, I think that's up in the air. LeBron James teams, because of who LeBron James is. What LeBron James does, because LeBron James does something that no one has ever seen, and he does it on multiple teams. So that's why I say you've never seen it before. Now, of course, you have Magic Johnson, right? But Magic Johnson still played with Kareem. You know what I'm saying? So Kareem still scored. He still facilitated. But LeBron James is still going to get points. Mm-hmm. He's still going to get a shit ton of assists and a shit ton of rebounds. Yep. Like, it's just gonna happen. So it's like your as a big, your numbers might go down because LeBron James is doing more. But LeBron James is the organizations and his teams, they're doing. Look at what they were before him, and look at what they were after him. And I think that is how you can dictate his impact.
But here's the thing, though. The only thing I don't like, and here it makes the comparison hard on what the team was like before he got there and after he got there, is because when LeBron comes there, a lot of people gone. That was previously there, they gone. You end up replacing the team with like LeBron people. Like LeBron has a certain people that he likes playing with, and he drags them around with him. Like I don't know if he's won a championship without J.R. Smith being there.
Yeah, he won 2 in Miami.
I'm joking.
Oh,
I know he did, but I'm just saying, like every time you see LeBron James, like for the last at least 40 years, J.R. Smith been right there.
But J.R. Smith was lucky to be on this team. J.R. Smith really had a sweet ride. Him and Deion Waiters had a sweet ride because they picked them up before the bubble. Like, they picked up J.R. Smith during the bubble, because the only reason why they picked up J.R. Smith is because Avery Bradley didn't come.
Yeah,
if Avery Bradley didn't come, J.R. Smith would be on the team.
Right.
And Avery Bradley, I love him. He was hooping, bro.
Well, but Avery Bradley,
huh?
What happened to Bradley?
He had a newborn daughter, and I think she was preemie. So she was born early. She was born a little early, and he wasn't about to sit those months out and miss out. And I think honestly, and I was like anybody that had any type of, I think like something like that going on.
Yeah.
I definitely agree, man, because it's like, if my daughter was preemie and she was just born, and it's like, and y'all want me to go to a bubble for 3 months and I can't see her, and then like, COVID's happening, so it's like she can definitely get a call for some shit and like not make it, and I'll just not be there. I could never do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like no championship is gonna replace a fucking life. You know what I mean? Right. So for him, I was like, yeah, they definitely had to, I think they still get him a ring. I think they still buy him a ring. You know what I'm saying? Because he was definitely influential in the last game with the Clippers before the bubble. He had 6 threes that game. Yeah, which was like out of his mind. But the only reason that's why J.R. Smith got on the team in the bubble, because they had an extra spot open, because he didn't go. Yeah. So it was like, I mean, he wrote him on, like, you can't. Bro, I don't know, man. LeBron James, like what he like, I don't know. As a basketball player, the more I'm starting to look at the game of basketball, it's changing a lot because of LeBron James. It's like, bro, he's been to a lot of championships. I'll tell you, the only fault he has is that Dallas series. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I could be like, okay, yeah, you got him. I mean, he never should have lost that Dallas series. I hold that against him.
Never. Like when I seen they lost, like, what is going on here? Like, am I in the Twilight Zone? Like, there was a bunch of like, you literally lost to a bunch of old men, bro. Like they was.
No, they were good. Now I don't say that.
The team average age, I think they said was like 33. I was like, yo, for real.
I mean, but you got Dirk Nowitzki though. You got Dirk Nowitzki. I think you had
you had
Jason Kidd was on that team.
Jason Kidd. Then you had what's his name?
JJ Barea.
No, what's defensive dude?
Jason Terry?
No. Bigger dude, taller, brown skinned dude. It's his name is it's like right there. It's like right there.
Brown skinned dude, defense. Oh, Tyson Chandler.
Yeah. Chandler. He was the defensive dude.
Yeah. Or was it him or Taj Gibson? Which one was it?
No, it was Chandler.
Chandler. Okay.
Chandler. He was a defensive dude. Because he was only gonna get you about like 10 points, maybe about 10 rebounds. But
I think I know what happened that time. I think LeBron James didn't know because they just came. That was the first year, right?
Yeah, that was the first year.
They came together and it was like, yo, he doesn't know. I think he was kind of like, yo, because it was Dwayne Wade's team, right? We know that. It was Dwayne Wade's team that LeBron was on. I think LeBron was kind of like, I mean, and it was on the tail end of Dwayne Wade's, like, not tail end, but Dwayne Wade wasn't the Dwayne Wade.
Didn't they win 2 after that?
Huh?
Didn't they turn around and 2-peat after that? They won 2 back-to-back after that? Am I bugging? After they lost to Dallas. The next 2 years, don't him and Wade have 2 together?
I think so.
Yeah.
And then they lost the last one. They lost the last one.
They didn't 3-peat. Yeah. Who did they lose to though? Like,
it was the Spurs. But it's the Spurs though. I mean, I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like,
super solid. They so fundamental, bro. Like, if you off that night, you done.
And arguably, is Tim Duncan not the best power forward ever?
Yeah, he cold.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like LeBron James losing to like all stars, bro. Like LeBron James lost except for the Dallas team. Yeah. That's the only one. And of course, the first time he lost to the Spurs, when he had fucking, I don't even know who was on his damn. To this day, I don't know who he went with the first time he went with the Cavaliers. So I would never hold that back.
Yeah. He put that team on his back and did everything he could.
And that's the only reason. I feel like not the only reason, but that's not the only reason. But that is a big reason why Allen Iverson gets the respect that he does, is because he stole a game from. I think he stole the first game from one of Kobe's greatest teams ever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, he stole a game from them, and I think that's like, because he had no business being in that goddamn finals.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I mean, like, I think that elevated his like legendariness. You know what I'm saying? Because if he doesn't do that, I'm not sure if he gets the same respect. Honestly.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, AI is cold though. He just was.
Oh yeah, no. But how many people do you know are cold? But if they were to lose a game like that, if AI lost that game, do you think he would get the same respect?
No.
The same respect he gets now.
No. Definitely not.
That's what I'm saying. I think that because you gotta think about it, he stole a game from a 3-peated team. Now, I mean, you know, other players have done it. You know, I get it, but I don't know. I think that was just that's what he stole a game.
Goal. That team.
He stole a game with nobodies except for Dikembe Mutombo at the tail end of his career. You know what I mean?
So that Kobe team was what? It was Kobe, Shaq, right?
It was Kobe, Shaq.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, he stole a game from Kobe, Shaq.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, though. But to go back, because my favorite player is Kobe. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
what I like about Kobe was he was about winning. Like no matter, like, look, we gonna win. Like, put the ball, give me the ball. We're winning. Like, that's literally where he was at. That's where his mindset was. Like, if he had to score the next 20 points for the team, he was gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like, he was definitely like put the team. But everybody was like, yo, like, he a ball hog. Like, nah, that man wanted to win. That man wanted to win.
He played the game. I'm gonna tell you something. This year has really fucked me up with Kobe because I wasn't a Kobe fan. I wasn't a Kobe fan, but I always respected Kobe. I never shorted Kobe. I never shorted Kobe props. Now I might have shorted him like where you are in the top 10, something like that. But I never shorted him props on. I never counted out his work ethic. I never. You know what I'm saying? I never counted out what he did and what he is, who he is and what he does. Like, I never did that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just didn't like him I felt like from a person perspective of how him and the Shaq and Kobe or him and the Shaq thing went down with the Denver, Colorado situation. Like that to me shows me what kind of person you can be when the heat gets tough. You know what I'm saying? And that's what kind of shunned me away from. I was like, yeah, like Kobe, bro, you can't snitch on somebody else if you're doing dirt too. You know what I mean? Like, if we both call on something, I'm not snitching on you when what you doing wrong type of thing. Right. But when he died, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. When he died, man, it just, I know I got a couple of homies that like Sean, man. I hit Sean up, man, and I was like, bro, I'm sorry, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like it hurt me. I never even figured it would hurt me because I'm not like a fan, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, bro, it hurt me, bro, and it still hurts me because I think this is always gonna go down. Him and Bernie Mac, bro. I cannot live down their deaths, bro.
Yeah.
I just can't. I can't think that Bernie Mac's not here, bro. It's like he was just the funniest nigga. I mean, bro, I just saw a movie and like he just like died like the next week. I was like, bro,
I would never watch that movie with him and Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then turn around, he was dead. Yo, what? Like that was bizarre. That was a bizarre point in history.
Him and Nipsey probably the third one is like,
yeah.
I was like, bro, it was just like I feel like I remember where I was when a lot of those things happened. And it's just like it's almost like it was like 9/11 to me. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was when 9/11 happened. It was like, yo, I remember whenever Kobe, Nipsey, and fucking Bernie Mac died. Like, it's just like, I don't know. It changed something in me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think. And I hate that. I hate it because it's like I wasn't a Kobe fan, but I became a Kobe fan after that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he had to die for me to be a fan, and I hate that. I hate that, bro, because I feel like I don't know.
Yeah. You know, out here in California, like, you want to talk about like a quiet ass day. Like, bro, that whole day was quiet.
Oh, I bet so.
That whole day was quiet. Like, everybody was somber.
The Grammys happened that same day. The Grammys?
I think it was
the Grammys happened that same day.
Yeah.
The same day.
Yeah, like, folks was just like, like you could see it on people's face. Like, anywhere you went, like, everybody was like, dang. Yeah. Like, and it was like that for like 2 days straight. Like 2 days straight. Like, and then people was out there. Like, I didn't go to LA to like kind of like see what was going on. Like, I didn't like, because I had an opportunity where I could have went for the Nipsey stuff and I could have went for the Kobe's, but I just stayed away from it both times because I'm just like, man, like, their connection with them people is different. They have a totally different connection.
Nipsey Hussle is like, people thought that LA was really torn up with the Tupac stuff, but as I did my research, not saying that they were, but I of course I was like in the fucking, he died in 96. I was 7 years old, so like I don't remember. I was here. You know what I'm saying? So. Right. But Tupac was really like Oakland. Like, Oakland claimed Tupac more than LA did. You know what I'm saying? He was just always, he lived in LA and with Death Row and doing all that stuff, but he was really like his enlightenment came in Oakland when he was in Oakland doing the Oakland thing. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he was born over in New York and all of that shit. But the Nipsey. Nipsey is homegrown.
Yeah.
Homegrown and was putting back for the community and doing so much other stuff and was like he was it. It's like, nigga, this is our guy. Like even Kobe's not from LA. They embraced him. They brought him in. But Nipsey is from the soil. You know what I'm saying? From the fucking soil. So it was like, man, it's that fucked me up, man. That ain't gonna lie, that fucked me. I got tattooed, man. Had to get the marathon, the all money in, bro. Like
that is clean though. That's clean.
Thank you, man. I had to, bro, because that shit hurt. That shit hurt me, bro. I wasn't right, man. My mother-in-law was like in the place, and I was like, I was at a gig. I was at a gig playing for kids, bro. I was at a gig playing for some kids at they opened up a new park.
Yeah.
And I'm getting like, I'm on my phone, kind of looking at like, they saying he got shot and stuff. I'm like, yeah, what's going on, man? Like,
man, what's so crazy is like somebody was like, yo, he got shot or whatever. Whoop de whoop de whoop. And immediately I want to say like the next, like I seen it, then I was like, I hit the thread, I scrolled down, and somebody had like, it was like the 5th tweet. I ain't never gonna forget this. They had the video basically of like with him like laying on the ground, and I was like, yo, this dude is gone. Like I knew he was gone. Like as soon as I opened my phone, I looked, he was gone. I was like, yo, like I just had to sit it down. I'm like people talking about some like prayers. We don't know. I said, no. We know.
I was in all kind of conflicting stuff, bro. I was like, he's rushed to the hospital, you know what I'm saying? He might be in critical condition. I was like, oh, he's still alive. And then I remember putting up like one post and I was like, man, I'm hoping that he ain't lying. It was my homie. I got a homie from back home, crib homie from back home, actually. He was like, nah, man, he gone, bro. Like, yeah. Fuck, bro. It just, I don't know, man. I think it's such a weird feeling because it's like, man, I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know these niggas, but they mean so much.
And I think the thing that hurt me the most was like the video of like Lauren London, cause that was the next video I seen. Like, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna look back again and I'm gonna see what else, is going on. And then like the very next video I seen was Lauren London going into the hospital. I don't know who recorded it, I don't know who released it, but they an asshole for this. Like that video shouldn't have been there. Like you can see her like she's visibly shaking, like she's hurt, and she's like, yo, like where? She's like, no, where's my husband? Whoop. Like, but the way she said it, like her voice cracked, and it was like you could tell like she was hurt.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like she knew before she was hoping it wasn't what she thought it was.
Oh yeah. My cousin felt, and I never talked to him about it. I'm gonna talk to him about it, but he said he felt the same way. He older than me. He like 44. He was like, bro, and I remember the day because he told me, man. He told me, he was like, because I was there. I was at his he still lives in Orlando, and I was out there. I was 18, 19, chilling, and I mean, I fuck with Pimp C, you know what I'm saying? But like, I just wasn't just at that time, I wasn't just a big Pimp C fan. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't grow up off of like that. I grew up off of a lot of 3 6 stuff. So it's like, I know who he is and I know what he means, but I don't really know him like that. You know what I'm saying? But he felt the same way about when Pimp C died, bro. I remember he came and told me, like, yo, Pimp C died, man. And I think that he went to the other room and like just had to have a moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, I was like, dang, okay, yeah, that sucks. But is it like, and to me, in my mind, I'm thinking like, man, is it that deep? But shit, when this shit happened, I'm like, oh, I get it, bro. I wasn't even like thinking the same, because I was telling my wife, I was like, yo, look, niggas might come for me. You know, I started looking at myself like niggas might be shooting for me for nothing. Like I'm just like, yo, it could have been me.
And what makes it so wild is like, bro, I ain't never seen the whole industry stop really. Like for 2 weeks, nobody put out music. Nah, like there was no new music on Friday. For 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, nothing. Yeah. It was nothing new, unless you listen to pop. Like, there was nothing.
Damn, they ain't gonna stop. Why would they stop?
Yeah, yeah. Of course they weren't gonna stop. And what was crazy was they still wasn't getting number one. They still wasn't getting number one. None of their stuff that dropped in that 2 week got number one. None of their stuff that dropped. Matter of fact, I think what went up. I think it was Nipsey's own album went up.
Oh, of course, yeah, definitely went up. I'm not sure if it made number one though. I think it definitely cracked top 10.
It didn't make number one, no, but I think it hit top 10. It was in the top 10.
He should have, man. I mean, I don't know. Man. How do you feel about the Grammys? I was talking about a whole bunch of stuff. Please let me know. You just gonna cut this up? Like how you
see, normally I just drop them as one complete thing so people just hear the conversation. So, and then what I'm gonna do later on is I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna clip these things. Like I'm gonna go back and yeah, I go back and clip them later. Go back.
I don't know how much time we at. I don't want to give you. I mean,
I mean,
we talk forever, man. Me and you been. How long have been cool, Byron?
Man,
2010.
like
When you come to
yeah. No. We got cool because you was in Barrington Hall, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, 10.
2010. 10 years, probably 10 years in.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know.
It's crazy.
I know. You know, bro. That's why I was like, man, because I was in Barrington, like, shit. I never actually lived there. My ex-girlfriend lived there, so like I was just always over there. That's why, like,
you lived there.
Yeah, you said what?
I thought you lived in there. I didn't know.
Oh man, so before when did you get there in 2010?
No, I got there in 2009. I got to UCA in 2009.
I was 2009 then because yeah, had to be because I got to UCA in 2007.
But here's the thing though. I was in the freshman dorm. I was in State Hall in 2009, 2010, 2011. Like I met you in the fall of 2010 because that's when I moved into Barrington.
So I think you had to see me even if you was in State Hall because I was in. Oh, maybe not.
No, see, here's the thing. I might have seen you before, but I did not know you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know Jerome till later on.
When did we meet? Did we meet at the Bones table?
I think so. Cause y'all was always playing either Bones or Uno or Spades. Y'all was always playing something in the lobby. And then I finally just went in there. I was like, what are y'all doing? Like, I think that's how it popped off. I just came in there. Like, what are y'all doing? And then I just start picking up and learning. Took a couple L's, a lot of L's, but shit.
We took a lot of L's.
I ain't gonna front. I took a lot of L's. I had to learn.
At those times, bro. Because I know for sure. I was playing Bones for a minute. I took a big L to Emmanuel, bro. And I hope he don't remember it. I hope he doesn't, but he was holding nigga, I got like 30 points and he got like 150 on me. Like, bro, he whooped my ass. One-on-one. But he got like two. I don't know. Shit was crazy back then. I don't know.
Yeah.
Shit was crazy. It was big.
Yeah, man. Cause we used to have like a bunch of y'all used to have a bunch of kickbacks or whatever, like where you had like spades and dominoes and all that. All of them. Yeah. The whole
group. Those time, I mean, I was always at Barrington Hall because I never wanted to be in my own hall. In my own hall, I had my ex-girlfriend that was there, and all my friends was there. So like, of course, me and Elle were really good friends.
Yeah.
Akon lived with. He was from Arkansas Hall. I wasn't his RA, but I was an RA at Arkansas Hall, and we got to be cool. I got him the job at fucking at Barrington. Like, yeah, I got a lot of niggas jobs at Barrington. I was hooking niggas up, bro. Niggas can't say I never put niggas on. I've been putting niggas on for my whole life. I've been putting niggas on my whole life. Niggas can never say yo T-Rose never put me on or didn't try to. I tried to put, and I still will. Like, if I feel like it's a good thing, I'll link y'all two together. You know what I'm saying? I'll make something happen. I'll say something. I'll put it in. You know what I mean? Yeah. Who else is over there? Oh, Jerome. I met Jerome over there. But Jerome, I think, was roommates with Akon.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Because they lived on the left side and I lived on the right side. Because they live on like the second floor.
Yeah, second floor. I forgot how me and Lo got cool. I totally forgot. I don't know how to ask Lo.
Yeah.
But I mean, once Watts came around, we all always linked up, bro. Oh, me and Cam. Oh, L and Killer Cam lived in the same. They were roommates freshman year.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how I met them. So I mean, yeah. I mean, those are grand times.
Yeah, good times, man. Real good times.
I'm just glad I'm not there no more, because boy,
Man, there was so much alcohol drinks here in the South. It's ridiculous. I'm like, bro, how do we have kidneys? Like, I think back.
I'm drinking now, nigga. So I don't even know.
I for sure. I gotta go to the liquor store. I'm out. Like literally, like I'm out. Like, and hold on. I'm gonna show you real quick. I'm gonna take you over there. Hold on, because this is out of control.
You in a 1-bedroom?
Yeah. So look, all them done.
But you on base though? You think you on the on base shit?
Yeah. I go on base and buy it because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
I go on base and buy it because it's cheaper, man. But yeah, bro, like stuff crazy. Boom.
Man, I've done slowed down. I found wine now. Wine is amazing. Whenever you have kids, bro, you want to have kids? You want to be able to have kids?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I ask now because some niggas don't. I'm like, bro, if I didn't have kids or a wife, nigga, shit. Nigga, I'll be balling, nigga. I'll be in motherfucking like Germany right now on some dumb shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But nah, it's but when you do have kids, where wine is great. Wine is you know, the older you get, you know, the harder this shit hurts. This shit makes it very hard to recover from. But wine, you kind of bounce back a little quicker. It's not as fucking like longer, and it'll go with a lot of the moods, man.
Yeah.
We just never did that shit because we was trying to get fucked up super quick.
Right. Everybody like, yo, hey, shots.
Shots. Because more than shots, though. No, let's
hey,
go.
Hold on. Y'all lost that hand? Shots.
Shots. You said what? Shots. Yeah, who's in there?
Right, man. Trying to think what else, man. Really, that's about it. I didn't cover everything I wanted to cover. Shoot, man. So right here, this is where the episode gonna end. Y'all will see this on Wednesday. Bright and early on Wednesday.